Hey everyone, my name is Joel and I am the Coffee Quality Control Manager at Feast Coffee here in Redding, California. And today we're gonna have a special video. We're gonna be brewing a coffee from our friend Eulogio in Bolivia. This coffee we named after him, Eulogio Luque. It's a washed coffee from Bolivia. And the owner Eric and our production manager Moises actually had the chance to go meet him in 2022. So we're really excited about this coffee. We're really excited to partner with him as he and his wife are continuing to grow coffee and invest in their region. We're excited to invest into them. So today we're brewing Eulogio. To start, we're going to be going with 20 grams of coffee. All right, 20 grams of coffee. I'm gonna grind it on my niche. All right, and today we're going to be brewing on the origami dripper, but I'm going to be using the Kalito Wave 185 filters. Now, this is one of the common filters you will see. The other filter you might see would be cone-shaped, like from the Hario V60 or Chemex or various other cone drippers. This one is a flat bottom. What that's going to allow us to do is it's really going to increase the contact time between the coffee and the water. That's going to bring out more of the sweetness, more of the body of the coffee. The body is the feeling. And this coffee, it's very thick and sweet. One of the notes we put on the bag is caramel, and that caramel is like the quintessential note of this coffee. It has a little bit of a lime zest. It's also very thick and sweet, like a raspberry jam or like a fig jam. But the caramel, it's like sticky sweet, and it just stays in your mouth, and you just want it to hang out. And so I'm using the flat bottom to really accentuate the body and the sweetness of the coffee. So first step, I'm gonna wet the filter. That's going to wash out any paper flavor that might be there, as well as help the filter paper stick to the brewer. Very important step is don't forget to dump your rinse water. All right, now take my 20 grams, dump it in. I'm going to want to shake the bed level. So now I have a nice level bed, ready to start my brewing. So the first step of the brew is called the bloom. And here we're going to be doing a ratio of 1:3, which just means for every 1 gram of coffee in here, I'm going to be pouring 3 grams of water. So 20 times 3 is 60. So there I am, 60 grams. And this coffee is a very fresh roast. You can check that out. You can see the bubbles just poof, poof, poof. They're going crazy, they're partying. They heard about Eulogio's coffee and they're here. So these bubbles are there. Those bubbles are the byproduct of the roasting, and it's actually carbon dioxide stuck in the beans. And so whenever you add water to the coffee, that carbon dioxide comes out. If you ever brew coffee and you don't see any of those bubbles, then that means your coffee has been aged. It means it's a little older. Doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna be bad, it just means it's not fresh. But because this is fresh and there's a lot of bubbles, I'm going to let those bubbles go out and have a bloom time of 1 minute. So 1 minute's up. Now I'm gonna go in for my second pour. I'm gonna be starting slow circles in the middle. Make sure I get all of the coffee wet. One of the tricky things with this specific device and with this paper is that it's really easy for coffee to get caught in the wedges. And so, but I also don't want to pour into the wedges, because then If I pour it into the wedges, I might actually be pouring around the coffee and just be pouring on the outside. So I poured near the edges to try to wash some of that back down. My goal for this brew is I'm gonna be looking for 320 grams of water. The reason is I use 20 grams of coffee. I'm gonna be using a 1:16 ratio, which is, again, coffee to water. So 20 grams of coffee times 16 would be 320. I'm gonna be doing slow circles. All right. Hit my 320 on the money. Not my first rodeo. And now we just get to sit back, relax, watch it drip down. We'll notice that when this stream starts to just go dee 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 dee, and it starts to be less constant, then that's when the brew will be done. This coffee from Eulogio is one of his finest lots that he's produced. He's been working in coffee for a while, started with his brother when he was a teenager, and now he and his wife are involved together in it. And he's been actively planting new varietals at his farm, trying new processing methods. He keeps trying to push the limits on the quality of his coffee. And so we're really excited to partner with him. And Moises and Eric, when they visited him, said he just had such a likable spirit and personality. And I would say this coffee, I haven't met him, but I would say it's as likable as him. It's one of those coffees that everybody can drink, whether you like crazy African coffees or you like more chill, mellow blends. This is one of those coffees that all people can enjoy. So go ahead, pour yourself a cup. This is one of those coffees that you can drink all day. Iced, hot, put it in your espresso machine, put it in a pour over, put it on your Mr. Coffee, however you brew, it's gonna be delicious. Cheers.